Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos, and today we're going to talk about this deck, but first I want to talk about this skill, my monster cards. If you saw my community post, I talk about what is probably my favorite skill in the game right now, and that is my monster cards. I didn't understand fully how amazing this skill is until I heard from some people, and then I tested myself on what it actually does. That it quickly became one of my favorite skills. I'm gonna be using this skill for like the next 4 videos that you're probably gonna watch if you're tuning in for them, and they're all using it's all using existing decks, so there's no like original decks for this skill. I'm just using decks that are already good and seeing how they thrive with this skill, which is amazing. But first, let's go over the skill real quick. So my monster cards, it says if your deck has 6 or more level 4 lower monsters with different names, you will have better chances of having a level 4 lower monster in your starting hand. So that is very vague language right there. The way the skill actually works is if you have 6 level 4 lower monsters in your deck with different names. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The first 3 cards we draw out of our 4 card starting hand are all going to be level 4 lower monster. The 4th card is almost always guaranteed, depending on the ratios. Sometimes it's not guaranteed, but in this particular deck, it's always guaranteed to be a non-level 4 or lower monster. Now what that means is we have a really high chance of getting Keeper of Dragonic Magic. I don't know the exact number, but you know, we're running 9. We have 9 possible cards we can draw. 3 of them are what we want, and we get 3 chances at drawing it. So it's pretty high. But anyway, the 4th card is going to be either a spell, trap, or a high level monster. So in this case, we want any of our spell or traps. There is the chance that we get Elemental Hero Neos, but that's fine, because what we want to do is we want to use Keeper of Dragonic Magic or Dragon Magic, and then send one of the cards that we already want in the graveyard, that normally Neos decks want to put in the graveyard anyway, to search a Neos Fusion, and then with Neos Fusion we're gonna put another one of those monsters in the graveyard in order to summon our Brave Neos. This allows you to prepare your follow-up plays really good, depending on what you already have in hand. So for example, if you have a Bacon Saber that usually sucks because you never want this in hand, well, now you can just dump it with Keeper of Dragonic Magic, you get your Neos Fusion, and then you send your AD Changer or your Hexial Fusion if you want to follow up, and you know, vice versa. The other monsters I chose for this are Gale Lizard, because with AD Changer it's a pretty cool combo where you just set the Gale Lizard, flip it, and return your opponent's monster, and that can give you a nice and easy OTK. I also wanted to put Jet Synchron in here just for the potential of going into some synchro plays. We have our Mateys, Jet Warrior, which is amazing, and a Scrap Dragon as our synchro engine. I didn't really feel the need for a 3rd Brave Neos since we only have the double Neos Fusion, and I didn't want to run anything else, so we just have the double Brave Neos and then 1 Cavalry. The rest of the deck is, you know, pretty standard back row removal. We have Floodgates and Canadius, and you know, the Magical Ice Fusion. But this is all about the skill. The deck itself is not that special, but you'll just see how really amazing this skill is. And like I said, this is the first of what is going to be at least 4 videos featuring this skill. You're probably gonna see me wear the same hat in most of those videos, because I'm gonna try to, nice glitch right there. I'm gonna try to record them in succession. This is the only one that I have replays for, so the other ones are more than likely going to be live duels. But let's look at our hand real quick. So we have 3 level 4s, as I said, and a non-level 4. So we have, in this case, we have Floodgate. So here we can set up a Jet Synchron, or we can set up AD Changer in the graveyard, along with a Bacon Saber when we summon our Brave Neos. We're thinning the deck, we're getting all of the cards that we don't really want to draw into in the graveyard. Alright, so we have Bacon Saber, Floodgate. The only thing to remember that I kept forgetting is if you use Keeper of Draconic Magic's effect, either of them, you cannot special summon any other monster from the extra deck that is non-fusion. So you can like special summon Neos and then special summon normal summon Jet Synchron and try to go for a synchro play, which I made that mistake a couple of times just trying to get used to it. Well, we're going up against Cyber Angels. I forgot to show, this particular deck went on a 10-0 run in DLV Max. I was supposed to flex that at the beginning of the video, but now it's too late. Alright, so he's going to go for the Kini. We're just going to be patient with our Floodgate. And yeah, pretty much Floodgate is how we're going to deal with big monsters, Floodgate and Cavalry. The Kini, get Floodgated. We're going to send our Keeper of Draconic Magic. Alright, he's going to use his Machine Angel Ritual to protect. I'm going to use my Neos Fusion. We're back to square one. So now I can use my Jet Synchron. We're going to go into Scrap Dragon because he has slightly higher attack than Neos. We can get rid of that Edaton. Goes for another Ritual. It wouldn't really have mattered here because Isana is not strong enough to take my Scrap Dragon anyway. But since my Floodgate is being removed, we might as well use it. Put the Isana face down. I would pick up a Sphere Kribo. This is before I put the Gale Lizard in. I actually had a Kribo in there just for added protection. We'll pick up a Cyclone that we don't need, so we're just gonna destroy it to kill one of the face down monsters, and then we get the win. Yeah, I mean we do have a lot of removal. You know, we have Scrap Dragon, we have Gale Lizard, we have Jet Warrior, Cavalry. Really, we're pretty well equipped for most matchups. Even against Dark Magician, I don't have any replays against Dark Magician because I ended up deleting one. It's not a horrible matchup, but you know, Dark Magician, it's probably one of the best decks in the format right now. So yeah, we're gonna special summon Jet Synchron, and this is where, you know, there's really no need to do that right then because I couldn't go for my synchro play, but you know, at least we have the Bacon Saber and the Hexial in the graveyard so we can magicalize at some point. But this is still not bad because we can protect ourselves from one attack with Bacon Saber in order to keep that Jet Synchron on the field. Alright, so we're gonna go for our Mateys here. Activate Magicalized Fusion, and I'm going to use the Brave Neos that's already on the field. The reason why I went for this is because against 3 back row, I was expecting at least 1 Floodgate, and if he uses the Floodgate on my Cavalry, I can use Neos Fusion to summon Brave Neos, use an AD Changer. We can put my Cavalry back in face up attack position. Go for the Neos. Treacherous, we're gonna negate with Cavalry, and we get the win. Now granted, my opponent didn't really have a great play, kind of a lack of monsters there, but you know, we take those against Sleep Beasts. And this is sort of a mirror match. We're going up against Switcheroo Neos, and you will see the superior deck, the superior skill as well, in my opinion. Dude, why is that glitching right there? Konami, fix your game, please. Alright, so once again, 3 level 4s, 1 non-level 4. Gonna put that AD Changer in the graveyard. And we're gonna throw a Bacon Saber in as well. Alright, so AD Changer, immediately I knew this was some sort of mirror match. Knew he was gonna have Brave Neos. Goes for the Switcheroo. Goes for his own Keeper play. He's got Destiny Heroes in his deck though. We went for the Synchro variant. Alright, sends Bacon Saber. We're gonna use Canadia here. And we're gonna let him destroy our Keeper. We don't really care. Set the Gale Lizard, AD Changer, send that back to the extra deck. Activate Neos Fusion. And I thought I had game here because the Bacon Saber, but he ends up having a Chaos Hunter. So we're gonna force him to special summon that to stay alive. And my boy needs to top deck, and top deck he does. Goes into Neos Fusion. I'm gonna use my Floodgate to force his AD changer, otherwise he can use it to switch one of my Neos. We take 15 and we respond to his top deck with or on top deck. Even though we did have the Floodgate to kind of survive if we needed to. Our deck was getting pretty thin, so we're gonna get something. But yeah, there's the Keith. Here we have a Yummy Yugi. I don't remember what this one was. But yeah, this video shouldn't be too long. I mean, the live ones, I don't know, because you never know how long the duels are gonna take. But I'm not so much showing the deck. Like, these are decks you guys have seen before. I'm trying to show how the skill can work with this type of decks. Once again, 3 little 4 lowers. Put that Bacon Saber immediately in the graveyard, and we're gonna send an AD changer as well. Next turn, if we want to, we can Hex Seal. Ooh, going up against Dark Lords. More like Brick Lords because they don't actually summon anything. So we'll go for the easy dub. Hex Seal Cavalry, Keeper, Special Summon Neos. Oh yeah, I forgot to flex my alternative artwork Neos. I got him today from the KC Cup pack, so pretty neat. That's mainly why I started playing Neos. I was like, oh, maybe I should make a video flexing this card. But yeah, easy win, even with Sanctified Dark Lord. And then last but not least, I played games until I was able to show my boy Jet Warrior, because I do think he's an amazing card. So easy to get out and a great effect. You know, just being able to bounce something from the field back to the hand on special summon, it's really good. Yet again, 3 and a non-level 4. This time it's Brave Neos. I wanted the Jet Synchron in the graveyard, so we're just gonna do that. Keep this Elemental Hero Neos in hand. Alright, we're gonna Cosmic Cycle on one card. Jet Synchron. Special Summon Jet Warrior. So we're trying to get rid of all this back row. He activates a Treacherous. Didn't really need to, but I guess he thought this had a destruction effect. So if, I'm assuming this is another trap, he thought it was going to hit the grave and not be able to activate Treacherous. I don't know. Kind of premature right there. But we take that. Neos Fusion from the grave. Now we still have our normal summon. So that's game. All thanks to my boy Jet Warrior. And that's it. Like I said, the deck is nothing special. It's something you guys have seen before, but I do think the skill does a lot for the deck. I mean, you can run it with the field spell and have a 3100 Brave Neos on the field. That, you know, it's going to be pretty hard for your opponent to out. But this just gives you so many different plays, and it really improves its consistency, in my opinion. It's literally impossible with this skill and this build to open up double Elemental Hero Neos, which is such a scary sight every time you're trying to play a deck like this. So that alone should you know, should let you know how good my monster cards is with this. But anyway, that's gonna be it for me. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that Hero Neos on the screen for those of you that don't have it, Kappa. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. And until next time.